Hey gang, today we will be examining one of the most important questions humanity has ever faced. Who is God? Could it be Clapton? No, it's Rush. I understand this conclusion may sound shocking because, you've been lied to. For decades, skeptics have attempted to dismiss Rush as nothing more than three Canadian musicians with an unreasonable obsession for odd time signatures and stuffing an inordinate amount of syllables into a single verse. But in the Book of Woke, it is written in chapter 317, verses 79 through 83. The fool says in his heart, Rush is not God. They are corrupt. Their playlists are abominable. There is none among them who appreciates odd time signatures. And unlike ancient texts, we have verified the author. I'm sitting right here. My credentials are questionable, but my enthusiasm is undeniable. The Claptonists have their traditions rooted in the blues. The Beatles' disciples have their sacred harmonies. The Led Zeppelin faithful speak of the ancient riffs of Nordic gods. But only Rush has provided humanity with the ultimate revelation, which is a 20-minute song warning humanity about authoritarianism and space corporations that vie for control of humanity. The Zeppers claim there is a staircase to heaven. Ha! But where's the evidence of that? Why are there no contemporary writers who witness this supposed stairway? Can a staircase survive the heat death of the universe? Can it withstand a gamma ray burst or a close proximity supernova? I think not. Pure raw logic and observational data agrees. The skeptics claim music is subjective. Beauty is in the ear of the listener. Maybe another band is just as good. But when I was raised, I heard Clapton was God. Stop doing that. I'm trying to sleep. I've heard them all over and over. These objections sound reasonable at first, but they completely miss the deeper truth and crumble beneath the overwhelming weight of grounded logic and observable fact. Today we will examine 5 arguments that prove the divinity of Rush. Trust me, bro. Argument 1, the Trinity argument. The first argument is the most obvious. Rush consists in spirit and truth in 3 distinct persons, Getty, Alex, and Neil, yet together they are one unified entity, Rush. The 3 are distinct, but they share one essential nature. Together they are Rush. Okay? The skeptics may object, but that's just a band. This objection misunderstands the argument. The musical naturalists remain blissfully ignorant of the resurgence in musical divine theory happening today. They rarely consider the weightier philosophical issues at hand. Many are material girls simply living in a material world. Heed them not. Follow them not. The evidence is right in front of us. 3 persons, one essence, one Rush. This mystery is difficult to understand, yes. Fortunately, understanding it is not required for believing it. Not convinced yet? That's okay. We're just getting started. Argument 2, the free will argument. The second argument comes from one of Rush's greatest revelations to humanity, which is free will. Human beings have always wondered, do we have freedom? Are our choices our own? Rush answered this question decades ago when they gave humanity free will. Premise 1, free will exists. Premise 2, only God can give free will. Premise 3, Rush gave us free will. Conclusion, Rush is God. QED, baby, because Latin makes things smarter. Clearly, the only source of free will itself could reveal the truth about free will. The skeptics might ask, but didn't Rush just write a song about free will? But that assumes what it's trying to prove, and that's where the question fails. Perhaps the song exists because Rush is the ultimate source for freedom. Argument 3, the fine tuning argument for Rush. Consider the incredible circumstances required for Rush to exist. Three musicians, perfect chemistry, exceptional talent, the ability to create music that combines technical complexity with emotional depth. What are the odds? Leading scholars have estimated the probability at, well, really, really tiny. The probability of these three individuals randomly coming together is astronomically low. Therefore, the best explanation is intentional design. Rush is fine tuned. Rush is fine tuning. By whom? The obvious answer is a higher musical intelligence, which can only be Rush itself. Argument 4, the moral argument. Some music is objectively better than other music. Everyone knows this. Rush is better than music that is worse than Rush. Think about that. Therefore, there must be an objective standard for musical goodness. This standard cannot come from personal preference. It cannot. Because if someone says, I prefer a different band, we simply respond, that's because your musical faculties have been corrupted. Musical subjectivists are evil, corrupt, and should be avoided at all costs. Some cannot even distinguish between an aux chord and an aux chord. The source of objective musical goodness must be something beyond individual opinion. That source is Rush. Some skeptics have raised perhaps the greatest objection of all of Rush theology. They ask, if Rush is perfectly good, why does bad music exist? This is a profound question. The answer? Free will. Rush could have created a universe where every song contained meaningful lyrics, brilliant musicianship, and tasteful use of odd time signatures, but then humanity would not truly be free. Instead, we got Nickelback. Argument 5, the resurrection argument. Great artists never truly die. Their creations continue. Their influence spreads. Their words and music live on. Neil Peart departed this world, yet his writings continue to guide millions. His teachings are studied, his works are quoted, his followers gather in his name. If that isn't resurrection, I don't know what is. And now we come to the Clapton connection. Some skeptics will object, but I grew up hearing that Clapton was God. This is an important objection. The Clapton tradition is widespread, but we must ask, where is the evidence? Did Clapton create free will? Did Clapton reveal the mystery of the Trinity through progressive rock? Did Clapton compose an epic about humanity's struggle against authoritarian space empires? No! Appeal to tradition is all it is. And we're moving on. Some skeptics still refuse to accept the overwhelming evidence. To them, I present the final argument. Have you looked at the trees? Not metaphorically, literally. Rush gave humanity the song, The Trees, a profound revelation about conflict, equality, resentment, and the struggle of existence itself. Could random chance produce such a song? Could mere accident create such a powerful examination of the human condition? I think not. The evidence has been available since 1978. Many have looked at the trees, but few have truly seen them. And so, within the tragic conflict of the warring trees, we see reflected the very struggle of life itself. This is no mere song, it is revelation. It proves in an undeniable and unshakable fashion that Rush is God, and we pity those who simply cannot see this glorious truth. Open your eyes and listen. Now, obviously, Rush does not actually prove God. The point of this exercise is not to prove Rush's divinity. The point is to demonstrate something important about arguments. It is possible to begin with something impressive, something beautiful, and something meaningful, and then construct a series of assumptions that appear to lead inevitably to your preferred conclusion. The real question is not, can I create an argument for what I already believe? The real question is, do the premises actually justify the conclusion? Some people will say, you can make arguments like this about almost anything. Exactly my point. That is also something worth thinking about. And also, Rush is still the greatest band ever. Trust me, bro. Until next time, take care, kids.